Alright guys, so one of the things you want to check when you get out after your pre-trip, oh by the way, Trucker 101 Part 2. So now you've started up your truck, you've checked your belt to make sure it's turning okay. You've closed the hood, locked down your latches, and now you're going to start on the side of your truck here. Okay, so the first thing you should check before you do much of anything, and never trust your fuel gauge, is check your fuel level. Okay, get a good flashlight. I use my head one because it's pretty bright, or you can use a regular flashlight and actually look in. Now I'll turn this around. I'm not going to be able to see too much here guys, but if you look in, you can, like right now my tanks are pretty full, but when you're looking and you shine your light over, catch the edge, especially when you're getting down around that quarter mark, below the half mark, and you look in, you angle your light to the right side of the tank, or the far side of the tank, you should be able to see the where the fuel line is. Never trust your fuel gauge, because maybe the float got stuck or something like that, and I've had it happen to me, where the float gets stuck and you're driving, you think you've got one thing, and holy crap, something doesn't seem right, it's not using much gas, and blah blah blah. And all of a sudden the float lets go, and all of a sudden you're down to like 1/8 of a tank or something like that. Something ridiculous. And, all of a sudden you're screwed trying to get fuel. So, because then there's no place around. So, at any rate, once you've done that, you've tightened up your fuel tank again. Now, you're not going to worry about the front of the truck just yet. You're coming down here, you're going to get your tire thumper. I'm not going to take it for the purpose of the video here, just because my hand space is limited. Okay, so you're going to want to be in between here. And now I carry a ladder here, so you're going to want to make sure it's secure, the strap is secure, okay? Next thing you're going to check are your lines, okay? You're going to look, just quick look, make sure nothing's rubbing, nothing's chafing. The spring is good and it's holding it up, okay? Nothing's come undone or frayed. And then you're going to go up here. And yes, guys, you should get up on your truck, okay? Especially if you have skirts or something. And you're going to check, make sure your glad hands are good. Everything's on secure. Now, I'm just, sorry guys, adjusting now. Because I have the big box here, and I got the APU on that side, it's hard to sometimes look underneath. So from this angle, you can see on the top, you can see some of your hoses. Okay, a little hard to see from here. My zoom doesn't work that great on this camera, but anyways, you're going to look inside or in between here, and while you're up here you can look down inside here. It's hard to see, there we go. Okay, you're looking for your cracks, your bulges, your leaks. You're going to look at your springs down here, inside of your rim, look for any oil. This is the best time to look for, remember we were talking about the hubs and the oil. This is the best time to look inside to see that you're not leaking any oil from the inside, okay? You're going to look, make sure, like I said, all your hoses, there's no cracks or anything. A little hard to tell from here. And then you're going to look through your catwalk and make sure there's nothing around that drive shaft, okay? No hoses or anything catching on the drive shaft. Okay. So, pardon them off for a second here. Adjusting everything. Actually, I guess I don't need my glove for this next part. Okay. Another area you're going to check now when you're down at ground level is you're going to look underneath here. Now, I don't know if we'll be able to get the light to go in here. And I'll shine my light on it, maybe that'll help. No, it's not really doing much. It's adjusted a bit, but you can see the bolt on the front of the fifth wheel there. Okay, you want to make sure that's in flush with your fifth wheel. If it's sticking out, that means somebody's come by and either released your fifth wheel, or for whatever reason your fifth wheel might not be attached properly. At the same time, you're going to check the air line for your fifth wheel slider, make sure that your pins are engaged, okay, and that they're not stuck out. If they're sticking out, and trust me, you'll be able to tell when they're sticking out, sorry about that, and your fifth wheel could be unlocked, which is not a good thing. Okay, then you're gonna go down to your tire. Oops, we got you zoomed again. Okay, and technically you're supposed to hand touch all your lug nuts. Okay, make sure there's nothing loose. Same time you're looking for leaks under here coming out, and it'll be evident on your rims. And you remember I said the other day you can use your thumper to smack it, but if you give your tires a kick, okay, I know you can't really tell air pressure with that. However, if let's say this outside tire is loose or the inside tire is loose, you give it a kick, it's going to wobble. Okay, now what you should be using, and pardon me here for a second, gentlemen and ladies, is the proper tool. And at least once a week, get your tire gauge out and check your tire pressure. Okay, especially if you don't have a shop. We have a shop, everything gets checked all the time anyways. Okay, so you're also going to do your back axle, exact same thing. I don't know if I just pressed some buttons. And you're going to look inside here at your frame, make sure you don't see any cracks or anything. Your airbags are inflated, they're good. Okay, then of course, you know, you got to go under here. Okay, so you're going to look in between, same thing, cracks and bulges. A little hard to do with the camera, guys. Easier to do with just your eyes. So you can look down here, look for any oil or anything on the inside of your tires and rims there. Make sure everything's good. Now normally, I forgot to put them on. I mean, you'll see your lights are flashing anyways at the time because you'll have put your four-ways on. Now, very important, checking that your fifth wheel is closed. And of course, my flashlight's not very bright to show up for the camera, but with my flashlight I can see that the jaws are closed. Now we're going to zoom in here a bit and see if it'll improve it any for you. It'll light up there a bit, but I don't know how well you can see that. But anyways, the jaws are closed. And at the same time, you're going to look at all your hoses here. Okay? Make sure nothing's hanging improperly or, you know, wearing or leaking. Looking at the back of your diff here. Nothing's hanging down by the drive shaft there. So, alright, now we got to get out from underneath here without smacking my head like I just did. Ugh. Damn. That sucks. Beautiful day out here. We're out here in Woodstock, Ontario. Stopped for a few minutes doing up my popcorn snack and I thought it would be a good time to do the video at the same time. So, and of course I made popcorn. I wasn't paying attention. Bad boy. So I've got a bag of burnt popcorn outside here. And it's going to get thrown in the garbage. There's no garbage cans around here, so I'm just putting it under the bunk because nothing worse than the smell of burnt popcorn. Ugh. So, but anyways, gorgeous day out. Okay, so anyways, that's it for checking this side of the truck. If I've forgotten anything, guys, make sure you do let me know. But remember, we're just on the driver's side of the truck. Next week, we're going to start with... we'll do the entire trailer, both sides, front to back. It's a little easier to do. And that'll be next week's 101. And then we'll do the other side of the truck also after that. Okay? And then we'll work our way around to the front of the truck. So anyways, that's Trucker 101 this week, pre-trip inspections. Oh yeah, another thing you want to check when you're on this side is to make sure your battery box is, those who have a battery box on this side, is secured. And nothing's you know, broken or hanging. And make sure you're if you have an additional box that it's you know, on secure and everything. I know my truck is dirty right now, it needs a wash. That's what's going to happen on Friday when I get back. The weather's supposed to be really nice. I should be back early enough in the morning that let me just get in the truck here, that I can give her a good little bath, because she needs it big time. So anyways, that's this week's Trucker 101. Let me know what you think. Please give me a thumbs up down below. It's important here for YouTube. And just, you know, give me your thoughts if I've forgotten to mention something there. Like I said, my pre-trips become so routine, I'm not used to saying stuff out loud. Oh, and one of the subscribers, one of you guys mentioned, and I've forgotten this, you know, when you guys are out first getting your doing your tests, the phrase that they like to hear is, what the heck was it again? Cracks, bulges, and leaks. So when you're doing like underneath the engine and stuff, that's the one phrase they like you to hear. I mean, a lot of guys, and I do it, you know, you're thinking of mentioning all the individual parts, but no, you just say you're looking for cracks, bulges, and leaks on, you know, mention a couple of different things, but cracks, bulges, and leaks. And I remember that from when I was in school. Like I said, that's over 25 years ago that I did the trucking school. So, I mean, it's hard to remember those phrases. As you go on, we all develop a few little nasty habits here and there. But we have our own way of doing our pre-trips. As long as you're thorough and you're checking everything, that's the important thing. It's being able to check it and say it out loud for you new guys when you're testing. That's the hard part. So, but at any rate, yeah, that's Trucker 101 this week, guys. See you next week.